Hi guys, back here again today. The discussion is going to be on YouTube videos and when you should use YouTube videos or really any type of training videos that you see online, when you should implement them into your game, how effective are they, and can you get some value out of them? The short answer to this is yes, you can get great value out of YouTube videos, but you've got to be aware of a couple of key points. Specifically, you want to be asking yourself the question of the video that I'm watching. What is the skill level involved of this move that I'm watching? Is this a very advanced move? Is this a move that has a lot of pieces to it? Is this a move that is just really, really cool and I want to try it out? Or is this something that can add to my development? With the move set that I already know, can I take this move and work it into my game and have something that's effective that I can use? So a couple of questions to sort of ask yourself is, hey, the person who's demonstrating this move, do I have a similar body type of the person who's showing this move? That's going to be very, very important. If the person showing the move has very long limbs, um, let's say that let's say that they're just a middleweight, right? They have very long limbs. They're showing it some sort of spider guard move, and it's a cool move. It sweeps them into a triangle choke or whatever. Now, you yourself, as the person watching it, you are maybe on the shorter side of things. You have short limbs. That's probably not going to be a move that is going to work great for you. The move will work. You're going to have to drill it a lot. You might have to tweak a couple things here and there. But you've got to ask yourself, is the time that's going to be spent on getting this move to work for my body type really worth it? Is the move really that efficient for me and for my jiu-jitsu and for my game? So that's one of the first things you want to ask yourself. The second thing is the person demonstrating the move. How much of physical attributes are being used for the move? And this is where having experience in jiu-jitsu is really important, and why I sort of say YouTube videos after blue belt, are great once sort of got a base and you sort of understand what you're looking at. Because a lot of people will see moves on YouTube and not realize that there are a lot of physical attributes that are making that move work, such as speed, strength, let's say stamina, flexibility, all of these physical attributes for that specific person who's showing that move are, top notch. They work fine. Maybe the person's a world champ or they're very flexible and they make the move look effortless. You've got to ask yourself, do you have attributes that match that? If you're incredibly flexible, well, guess what? Maybe that rubber guard move that you saw is going to be for you. However, if you're stiff as a board, again, you might be able to get the move to work, but you're going to have to invest a lot of time and effort into it, and you're going to have to tweak it. You have to ask yourself again, is this really that efficient for me? Am I going to get a lot of value out of it? I'm not saying don't try the move. Definitely try it, add it, and hey, this is cool. But you've got to ask yourself, there's a limited amount of time to do training. If you're going to compete, there's a limited amount of time that you're going to be able to have that competitive career. How much time do you want to spend on something that might not necessarily be as efficient for you as it is for the person showing it? And then, really, the last thing to add to this is how is that move going to further your jiu-jitsu journey? How is that move going to help you? I'm a big believer that when you see a move, it should really fit into the overall philosophy of the jiu-jitsu style that you're learning. Meaning that it shouldn't be a move that's very isolated from jiu-jitsu in terms of, hey, this specific move that you're seeing here works only under these specific circumstances. For instance, it can only work if you're long-limbed in a gi scenario under a specific rule set. And by the way, you've got to have these physical attributes in order to make it work. I'm not saying it's a bad move. I'm just saying, it's something that you want to be aware of to say, how efficient is this move for me? Does this move really add something to my overall game? Will I, once I'm at purple and brown belt, be still using this move? Or will I have then, will I have realized that, what, maybe this wasn't such a great idea to spend a lot of time on this move. It just didn't really work out for me. Um, So again, to sort of sum things up, I think YouTube can be a great thing to learn different moves or to at least have exposure to different moves and different styles of jiu-jitsu. I think you have to be very careful though in what you take from YouTube and what you want to add to your game. And ask yourself, does this person have the same physical attributes as me? What's the person's skill level? What's their body type? Is this really going to work for my body type? Because I find that that's a really big thing with a lot of the instructionals that are out there that might not necessarily work for everybody's body type. You really want to, if you're going to emulate, these top competitors in the world, I say try to emulate somebody who sort of has your body type, because odds are the moves that they're doing are probably going to work just as well for you as for them. But again, it's all about understanding what it is you're looking at and can you get some value out of it. And another thing that I would recommend too is ask your coach. Take that YouTube video to your coach and or your professor and say, hey, professor, what do you think about this move? And I know a lot of professors are always like, stop watching YouTube and just focus on what I teach you in class. But I think you'll get a really sort of a different insight as to how different professors view the YouTube moves and the moves that are shown on YouTube. So until next time.